them is making everything commercial, very genetic. Tarja or floor, how do I should look like? I thought heavy metal is about expressing yourself. Welcome to Metal Ground. I like to talk about heavy metal, symphonic metal, death metal, gothic metal, and all of those good things. Today is a special occasion. We are about to reach 20,000 subscribers. I couldn't wait and I needed a video. I decided to do a Q&A and well, let's switch it up and talk about different things. I am Alex and you're watching Metal Ground. Alrighty, so this is a hot topic for my channel and I see the comments on this video all the time. On this particular video, why do you hate pop artists? I don't really hate pop artists. You know, like granted, I don't listen to most of like mainstream music, but it's not because I hate them. I mean, sometimes I hate like some songs. But if you were listening to the radio, then it's like the same 10 songs. I was at the gym the other day and I was listening to this song that was like 10 years ago or something like so here's my number and call me baby, call me maybe something like that, and then just like what the fuck, you know, like there are like so many artists that need exposure, that are making good songs, that are investing into their music and whatever, and then we're still listening to that crap. Like why, you know? So that's my problem. Why do they make these people famous?
Well, let's see, I've been in the conservatorship for 13 years.
Then you see them, you know, like they have a lot of money and they get into drugs, doing like very stupid things like Siley Myers or whatever her name is, just like doing like really embarrassing things. I was actually talking to some of my friends and they were like, oh, like pretty much all the music that we listen to is talking about sex.
Fuck him, I'm a wildcat. Feel love or lust, I can't get enough.
You know, so that's kind of like what I dislike about it. I think music can be like so good and there are like good compositions out there, like good music, good elements, good singers, and yet we're listening to very crappy material. And I don't think it's the fault of the artist either, but the people consuming that sort of music. Well, in any case, a lot of pop artists diverge from being authentic to themselves and they don't have passion in, you know, like it's business for them. It's making everything commercial, very genetic. Tarja or floor? Well, what can I say? I grew up listening to Nightwish, and so there are songs that bring me back in memories, and that only works when I listen to Tarja. I even enjoy songs like the Ghost Love score in the original version, just for the nostalgia effect, even though Floor, you know, has brought that song to a different level. Now, in that same note, I have to admit that I don't listen to Nightwish a lot. My favorite artist, and you know, like I have some videos for Floor, and I was thinking about, or you know, like I'm planning to do some about Tarja and her musical career, but I will say that they have amazing voices, but none of them are my favorite voice. If anything, I think Shannon then Adele from With Them Temptation has a very beautiful voice. As far as like me liking a particular voice, I think Shannon sings really well, you know, like not just like the vocal technique, but the color of her voice is very nice. Who would you like to interview next? Well, talking about this artist, I think I would love to interview Floor Jansen and Tarja Turunen, even Simone Simons. You know, they are favorites of the channel and of the symphonic metal world in reality. So I would love to have the opportunity to talk to any of them. Favorite metal band? It kind of changes. Right now I'm listening to Bad Omens a lot, and it's just because I'm getting a little tired of symphonic metal, and don't get me wrong, I love that music, but I've been listening to it since, I don't know, like 10 or 12 or 15 years now, so I give it like a moment to rest and then refresh it with something else. So Bad Omens is kind of like one of the bands that I'm listening to, but my favorites of all times will be Tristania, and I've talked about this, as I mentioned, either on Rebecca's or Mary Angela's eras. I think songs like Lavender or Illumination or even Tender Trip on Earth or Angina, they are masterpieces in my opinion. Very complicated music with a little bit of everything from dark melodies, symphonic sounds, crude but sublime music. And I mean, I hope they come up with some new material because it's been 7 years or 8 years, I don't know, like maybe more, I don't know. But yeah, Tristania is definitely one of my favorites. Are you religious? Well, not anymore. I consider myself to be somewhat spiritual, or very spiritual in that sense, and I have had many great experiences, but I am not religious anymore. I grew up being Mormon or LDS, but like at the end of my journey, I started questioning a lot of things that didn't add up, and I'm still waiting for answers. And so I doubt those things are going to be resolved, and so I decided to step away from it. And well, if you think this is an interesting subject, please let me know. I would like to know. If you find this interesting, then I can make a video about my reasons behind, or explaining like what this religion is about. Well, I originally wanted Metal Ground to be more or less about music, like purely music, but if you think that I should talk about all of these things, if you find them interesting, then I can surely talk about them. Oh, well, it's like the Pride month, so I guess happy Pride for all of you, or not. So like I remember these comments. This one guy, he didn't think I was going to answer, but this dude is like that I don't portray myself like too strong, like to be talking about heavy metal. It's like, wait, like what did you mean? Like, how do I should look like? I thought heavy metal is about expressing yourself in whatever way you want and going against the norm and just being who you are. And now suddenly I have this guy telling me how I should look like. It's like, well, screw you. And I guess like maybe I don't look like a super like macho guy, whatever, just with my heavy metal shirt or whatever. Like I get it. Like I try to look good for my video because I inside my heart I believe I'm an influencer. Okay. But anyway, to answer your question, no, I am not gay. I think sexuality is a spectrum, and it is not only blue and pink. And I started identifying myself with bisexuality, but I think that term has a lot of misconception as well. So let's put it in this way: I don't care about gender, but I care about developing a good connection, and like it depends on personality and how well we vibe together more than anything. And I think it should be like that. This question was cool. Like, am I one of your favorites? Of course you are. I love everyone in the Metal Ground family. Thank you all for being here, for your support, and again, I wouldn't be here without you. Well, I hope you liked this video. I hope it wasn't like too long or just like nonsense. And I guess this is it. I will see you next time.